And coming to you from probably somewhere in Mississippi, just guys talking about sports stuff. Ray and Rodney, or Rodney and Ray, whatever. The R&R Show.
So, this is gonna be your game face tonight? You look excited. What up? What's going on? What's going on with everybody? Everybody come on in the house. Come on in the house. Last show of the year. Come on in the house. Well, y'all, come on in. What up, Riley? What up, Coop? Hopefully, what up, chat? Hopefully we fix that skipping problem tonight. But we finna find out. Come on in the house, everybody. I can't hear you, man. But man, turn them headphones up, man. I can't hear you. Let me hear that flow. Oh. Let go. What up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the R. And what up, Q? Quintel, Truck, Fit, Misfit, Bush. Quintel, the government thing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the R&R Show. I am Ray. Man. This is the last show of the year, y'all. Last show of the year. It's been a long one. Hey, man, kill that music, man. Man, that music drowning you out, man. Oh, my bad. What's up, man? Before we get started, like I always do, I like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for watching, sharing, subscribing, liking, watching us on YouTube, Me Too, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, all that stuff. And if you know somebody who ain't doing the same, make sure you tell them to tell their mom them, to tell their mom them, to tell their mom them, to tell their, kind of like bowling, huh? Okay. I see where we're going tonight. And tell whoever right. Tell their dad if he's still around. Tell their dad if he's still around. But I got a video to show you what happened to the daddy that was still around on Thanksgiving. He got tossed out. But this is the R&R Show. So what's good, man? I mean, let me address the elephant in the room. Riley said this. Normally that would be the case, but not today. I am a little bit under the weather, and like it's kicking my butt today. So we'll get through, and then we're gonna be all good. But hey, I'm here though. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't like Dad that only show up on holidays. I'm here. Yeah, but Jenna put them hangs on them. It's funny you say that. It's funny Riley say that, because right before the show, I was just watching no, that was TikTok. I was on Facebook watching Facebook Reel where this dude was live, and his girlfriend was very abusive. I don't even know why Facebook even allowed that, man. I mean, I'm talking about she was just whooping him, man, just slapping him and going on, because man, it was just crazy. It's crazy. So, abuse is real. Abuse is real. I hope
Hey, I hope everybody that's in line of these storms that's going on. I hope y'all are safe in a safe place and all this kind of good stuff. And this this we're gonna hope everybody, the weather just do what it do, but pass on by without anything tearing up and all that kind of stuff. We got some real good weather going on right now.
Right.
So, yeah. What up, Steve Young?
Where we finna go?
Man, Steve Young, man, I feel sorry for y'all 8-string quarterback the other night, man, for the Saints. That dude got, the Saints.
Oh, you talking about that dude they brought from Saratoga, from North Panola High?
Yeah, somewhere, man. I ain't gonna lie. That offensive line looked like they was from Senatobia High.
They look bad, man. I mean, but then they threw that dude in the game. Like, he wouldn't know. It wasn't nothing going on. They threw him in the game. Basically just said, hey.
Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dawn. How you doing, girl? Hope Bubba doing all right. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to burn all my face with this hot chocolate. Mm-hmm. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Oh, God. Hey, man, who is Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook. You don't know who that is? Play for the Lakers.
They play.
Yeah, they in Memphis tonight.
Hey, since we talking about the Lakers, let's talk about the Lakers.
I mean, why not?
Let's talk about the Lakers. Go.
Good deal. Yeah. Oh yeah. Good deal, Don. I hope he's getting better, and I hope your son also getting better. And tell him we thinking and praying about him. All right. The Lake Show. Looking like dude. You know who they look like? We talked about this the other day when we were out bowling or at Buffalo Wild Wings, wherever we were, and we talked about the Lakers, how they're looking right now. Everybody, well, I don't know about everybody. A lot of the sports world was already singing the praises of the Lakers and already handed them the championship with the acquisition of Russell Westbrook. At the time, he was Westbrook, but he's Westbrook. Him and Melo, and they brought back what's the dude's name? The crotch grabber. Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo, and of course you got AD. And you can't leave out LeBron, and everybody had already handed them the world championship trophy. And the only thing I see,
Not everybody, because I didn't.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was intrigued to see how it was going to turn out, but they look a lot like that. What year was that? 07, 08 team when they had Malone, Gary Payton, and all those cats. They just don't. This team just is not going to work, dog. It's not going to work. And
it ain't designed to work. You can't. It probably, like I was saying when we was there, it probably would have worked probably 5 years ago with the same squad. It probably worked then. But now it's not going to work. These dudes made to carry a team. To be honest with you, LeBron is not even playing the role of carrying the team. Like, it's just a bunch of out there on their own trying to figure out what to do. And
a bunch of alpha dogs.
There's not an alpha male out there to take control. And that's what you see every night. And when somebody tries to take control, i.e. Russell Westbrook, it looks really bad because nobody's on the same page that he is. And even outside the fact that he can't, like, his shoot is horrible, which we all do it anyway.
So you saying, hold on. You said something. You said everybody's not on the same page of Westbrook?
Yeah. Have you seen him play?
I've seen him play, but
so this is the point I'm making. When Westbrook is out there trying to create and be that triple-double guy and trying to go out there for this, to get the stats to run the offense, it looks horrible. When he's running the ball down the court and he's playing the point and he's trying to create this and that, it's kind of like nobody knows what's going on except for him. Like, you see passes where he's trying to backdoor and over the head and hook passes, and everybody's looking like, what is wrong with you? Like, why would you throw that pass there? It's not something that it don't look like they practice what he do. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like he showed up. He said, "All right, I'm gonna go Westbrook on him, and I'm gonna show him what we do." There you go. That's a good point right there.
I mean, but look, okay, all right. Hustling ahead of the offense. Okay, I can see that. But practice. Why do we practice?
It's good so you can execute in the game.
So it looked like, well, if that be the case, it looked like they don't practice then. It looked like they just show up on game night and everybody do what they do. Now, at the same time, I see what you're doing with Westbrook, trying to give him kudos, whatnot. But at the same time, dude, you have to look at this. I watched Westbrook had LeBron under the goal for a wide open dunk, and he just looked over him and missed shots. The 1-on-3s, and I mean, come on, dude.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
This team.
Kudos either. Don't get that misconstrued. I was not giving him no kudos. I was basically saying that he is trying to create on his own as opposed to what they're supposed to do. It's just like he showed up at the gym and said, "Hey man, y'all want to run a game?" And that's what it looked like.
But that's what they look like. That's exactly what they look like.
It look bad.
But I'm laying the majority of this at the feet of LeBron, dude. Because LeBron is that guy. LeBron he's the captain of the ship, right or wrong.
Yeah, he is. That's his ship.
Okay, that's his ship. And I feel like he's really being passive on rallying this team together. And I say that like this. I mean, he'll get out there and he'll go with the flow or whatnot. But you don't see him getting nobody but. You don't, like I said the other day, let that be Michael Jordan. You think Michael Jordan will allow this team to perform, put on the show that they putting on right now? You think they'll lose game? No, Mike wouldn't have that. Michael been done got in their butt, dude. And that's what LeBron needs. LeBron needs to get in this team. He needs to take control of this team. People want to blame him.
That's the problem. I'm telling you what the problem is. LeBron got friends on the team. Jordan had a championship team and none of them his friends. That's the problem. Carmelo is his friend. AD is his friend. And who?
Pip. Scottie Pippen.
You read Scottie Pippen books and stuff? Like
I heard all that. But I know how they was hanging with each other off the court. Yeah. That's what I do know. That Scottie Pippen ain't telling everything either.
On the court, Jordan didn't have no friends. Not even on his team. Because he talked to you just like he was the boss and you was a subordinate.
Do you remember him talking to Pip? You remember him talking to Pip like that? I never saw him getting Pip. I never saw him getting Pip, but like he did.
He would get in Pip on a different level than he would everybody else. I can say that. He could talk to Pip because Pip understood that it was Jordan. I'm here to back you up. LeBron can't talk to nobody on that level.
But why? Why?
Because he's not an alpha dog with his team because they his friends. On the court, you can't have no friends at all.
Man, bump that. At the end of the day, it's about wins and losses. I don't think they were friends because Jordan called Scottie selfish during the season. He had that injury. When did he call him selfish? He didn't call him selfish during that season. He called him selfish in front of the camera. That's when he called him selfish. When they was doing this documentary. He didn't call him selfish then. So, hey, they were cool. I'm telling you. Put it this way. They were together off the court a lot than a lot of people really know and realize. And this is coming from a buddy of mine that, pretty much lived in Chicago during that tenure. And I'm not talking about showing up for this and that. What's that? Agreed right on the friends. Yes, friends. What's friends?
It's friends. He country.
Okay. But I'm just saying though. I just say he was Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was his boy. But I'm going back to LeBron. LeBron just gonna have to hurt some feelings, dude. He's just gonna have to get in their butt and leave all that friend stuff on the sideline. And that's what they missing. They missing that alpha dog that gets in everybody's butt. Nobody gets it. The only person who said this when we were together, the only person he yelled at is AD. That's it. He yelled at AD and his ankle will break.
I just say he yelled at him too loud, he gonna crumble.
Man, I'm just saying, man. I'm putting this at LeBron. LeBron need to take the bull by the horns and I'm talking about get down on it, dude. Get in that team butt. What up, Polo?
Who is Polo?
Chris Neely.
Okay. All right, Chen. Let me tell you something about that, Chen. Why about? I think you meant what about Frank? I think you still messing up like he's bone up. But look,
leave him there. Leave him there. He's not the problem. He's not the problem.
Let me tell you something. Anytime any team that LeBron is on, it's never the coach's fault until it's the coach's fault. And then LeBron calls out the coach, but he don't call him out in public. So if you go back any team that he's been on, he gonna get his guy to coach. The coach is not the problem here. The coach is not the problem. That's why LeBron. That's why they're not saying because the Lakers. They haven't one time brought up Frank Vogel. They have never at one time brought him up. That's how you know that it's not the coach's fault.
It's not the coach.
When they got like I said, they got too many alpha dogs in there, and then nobody is the clear-cut alpha dog to take over. And LeBron is letting that team down because guess what? He assembled that team with the promise that he was going to take them to the playoffs and to the championship. And that's not going to happen. But
this is the thing about LeBron. The most that you're going to get out of LeBron for trying to put his team feet to the fire is through the media. He always say little stuff in the media, like he got on TV the other day the other night rather talking about, we have no chemistry. Duh, we see that. We see that. Why? But like I said, man, they look like that old Laker team when they had Karl Malone and Shaq and Gary Payton and Kobe Bryant, and everybody thought that you put all those stars together and have a super team and make it work. No, it's not that easy. What they got is a nursing home full of players right now. That's all they got.
But see, the biggest thing is, and I'm surprised that people don't realize this.
I agree, Danielle.
I mean, at this level, man, we ain't talking about football yet, man. Go on. But look, at this level, I think people don't realize the way a championship team is built, and it still gets to me like how people don't realize this. Championship team don't need but 2.5 stars. Everybody else got to be role players. When you got more than 2.5 stars on a team, ain't no role player on a team to take up the role of doing the dirty work. Every championship team that you can name had 2.5 stars, and then you had role players. And the role players did all the dirty work. You can't. It's very rare in the NFL, in the NBA, that you have a team that's got 4 or 5 stars in the starting rotation. If you got 3, you're doing good. But you go back and you look at Toronto, they had 2.5.
Yep.
You look at Golden State, that may be the only one that had 4.
That's why I was about to bring up. Golden State is the only team with more than 3. We could just say more than 3. They actually made it work. But everybody knew their role. Everybody had a role to play, and they knew their role.
And they didn't have a problem with not being the feature in their role.
Exactly.
Even when they had Clay, Durant, Steph, Draymond, and Grayson, they still knew what their role was. If you ain't going 50, he's going to go 50. All I got to do is get rebound and find one of y'all.
Right.
That's all you got to do. But on the other end, you go play defense. Who played defense on the Lakers? If you ain't gonna score, you gotta play defense.
Nobody.
Exactly. That's the other part of their problem. They don't play defense. Anytime you let John Morant go in on you and take your spot in fourth place in the West, I'm not gonna, I don't care. I don't care what up and comers do. I'm not gonna let no young kid come in here and do it to me.
Okay. Final question dealing with the Lakers. Do you see them making the playoffs? Let's see where they're standing right now. Let's see where they're standing. They're standing right now. Give me a second. They are a record of 17 18 right now. They're sitting in the 7th spot, if I'm looking at that correctly.
If they do, they're gonna be like they did last year. Have a play in and then lose their play in.
They are sitting in they are sitting at number 7. And this is who's nipping at their heel. Then you got Dallas, Minnesota, San Antonio. Dude, they right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If they don't right this ship by the All-Star break, I'm just saying.
Yep. That's it. So since somebody want to bring out my cup,
I got that drink in my cup.
Let's talk a little football.
Let's talk some foosball.
A lot of football.
Where you want to go with it? Oh, R.I.P. to the voice of football, Mr. Football himself.
Let me tell you something.
Hey,
I realized that I was listening to people today on ESPN radio when I was trying to go to the doctor and couldn't get to the doctor.
What up, Trey?
The one thing that John Madden did for us was he simplified football so that we can understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like even the video game, because I heard this story like a long time ago when they was doing like a little feature on the John Madden video game. They showed him a video game and he rejected the first cut. He was just like, hey man, what is this? Like, this ain't football. Like, where are the 11 on 11? Where are the plays? Where is this? Where is that? It was an arcade version of football. And he was just like, no, we want to play. I want football. And he wouldn't put his name on it until he got football. And the growth of it is what made football to us something different. Because John Madden you would watch a game with John Madden and Pat Summerall in that combination, and John Madden would break down football so that it's like he was talking to a kid trying to explain football to him, but at the same time, he's talking on an adult level so people could understand what was going on the screen. And then when he got to the teleprompter and started using a yellow pen and circling stuff and pointing out stuff that you didn't think to look at, it made the
I think he was the first to do that, was he not?
If he wasn't the first, he was the earliest to do it.
I really think he was the first to do the little drawings on, showing, breaking down plays by way of marking on the screen and all that kind of stuff. But I think he was the first to do that.
But I didn't really realize these people today say he made football understandable to the common man. And they hit like, man, for real. Like, if you didn't have John Madden, if you had a whole bunch of Tony Romos explaining football, we'd be confused as all get out. Because him and Peyton Manning go to a different level of explaining football. And it's not that it's bad, but John Madden made it to where it was just like English. They speak in French, but he made it to where like just English, and it was like really easy to understand. And that's why I think that's the biggest part. That to me, I think that's the biggest part, the biggest effect that he had on the game was making it understandable for everybody.
Yeah, and then his commentary and the way he broke, the game down, the way he talked, it was just like us talking about football and breaking it down. It was like, me and you talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And one thing about John, man, I mean, he could have easily given up on football or when he got drafted to, I think it was the Eagles, and a knee injury took him out. So he never played not one down in the NFL. And so he pursued, so he pursued his coaching career, and it went from there. I mean,
but guess what? He's still the winningest coach percentage-wise in the NFL history.
Is it the NFL history or Raiders? Is it NFL? NFL
He got
history?
a winning percentage with a minimum of 100 games played. Well, coach.
And you know what? I can honestly say, I brought this up at work today. What can you name one bad thing that you ever heard about John Madden? One bad thing as a person. I couldn't think of anything. Everybody always has something. You know what I'm saying? But I never heard one bad thing about this guy. I think he was genuine. He had a love for the game. He had a love for people. He had a love for players, and the respect that he had on the entire NFL is unprecedented. And I can't think of any other person affiliated with the NFL that have that kind of respect. And that says a lot. That says a whole lot.
Yeah, it does. It does. And for somebody to be respected and talked about on the same level by every individual, like I don't even think it's a person in the NFL that been like John Madden.
Right.
like you can't go out there and say, well, you know, like when you talk about like coaches in the NFL, it was always somebody that was a rival that didn't like him. Like when you had Harbaugh in San Francisco, and then you had those squinty eyes in Detroit. Like they didn't like each other. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
They would go and shake hands, and it'd be like almost a fight. Like, you know, and then you see that today with some coaches. They'll look at people and be like, man, what's wrong with this dude? But he never had that effect on anybody around him, around the game. Anything you heard about was always good, was always positive. And even with his TV buddy Pat Summerall, you never heard nothing bad about that group. You
really didn't. Rarely you heard anything bad about it. Well, if at all, I never heard anything at all. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said,
decipher that for me. Tell me what they say.
No, nothing. Every on that you hear say the same thing about him. Let me see. He said, nope, nothing. Okay, I got it. Everyone that you hear say the same thing about him. Got
it. Okay. Okay.
Hey, we're gonna hear for it.
Yeah, it hit me for a minute. Thank Ant. We needed that. God, it's hot, bro. It's like so hot in here. Look. Next, we were talking about some football teams. We had some teams to talk about, and you know we always take time to do a who disappointed you the most, or who didn't live up to the standard, or who impressed you the most. So we're gonna start out with who is impressing you the most in the NFL?
Who's impressing me the most?
Right.
Look, and when I call this team, I don't want nobody, not you, not anybody who's watching us right now. I don't want anybody to bring up, and they ain't played nobody. Because at the end of the day, even though I said the Cowboys don't play nobody, which they don't, but at the end of the day, you have to strap them up and you have to put them on. No, not the Bengals, but the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are really impressing me right now. And before anybody try to use that schedule being easy excuse, you got to remember the Dolphins used to be one of those people that you're talking about. So they are on a 7-game winning streak right now and have played their way into a playoff spot at the moment. So right now, at this very moment, the Miami Dolphins, Tua is playing lights out. He's being smart. It's like the game is finally going down with him. Finally. And man, right now the defense is pretty much legit. Like I said, man, they put a whopping on that backup quarterback for the Saints the other night. What's his name? Brooks or whatever his name is. Brooks, some rookie. But dude, I mean, right now, that's who impressed me right now. That's who surprised me at this moment. The Miami Dolphins, and nobody is talking about them. Nobody. Everybody's talking about the Bengals. Everybody is talking about the Chiefs. Everybody is talking about the Patriots. But right now, that's who impressed me the most right now, the Miami Dolphins.
I was going to go with, from early season, I was good with the Dolphins, I see what you're saying. Like, it makes a whole lot of sense. And we got to come back to the Dolphins too. Remember that when we start this other little segment. But I'm really impressed by what the Chiefs have done in their season. And because at the beginning of the year, I mean, people count the Chiefs out. Like, they had put them in a spot to where they were just like, man, this team is not going to be as good as we think, or as good as they should be. And to see gradually, week after week after week, after they got through that little stretch of crap, week after week after week, the adjustments and the changes and the response that they had to game after game after game impressed me, because they never been there. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to win and always win and always win and always win. But when you lose and you're in a bad spot, it's how you respond to it is what makes you a great team, a good team, or makes you worth something. And I think that they did that with on not just at quarterback play. Like, the entire team ended up doing a 180 and flipping that thing around to where every aspect of their team is now something you got to fear and you got to plan for. Before, man, these people just say, man, just put pressure on Pat. Yeah, he can't do nothing. And now everybody's like, hey, we got to watch this, we got to watch that, we got to watch this, we got to watch that. And that, in the NFL, that's not an easy thing to do. Just like the Dolphins, lose a 7 and win 7. That ain't the easiest thing to do. Like, you got to be in that mind frame. Like, there's some teams that did that and then bounce back that we thought would have had some kind of chance. Like Seattle. They couldn't come out of it. They were just in a bad spot.
But the deal with Seattle is Seattle just do not have the talent. That they don't have the talent on defense right now, and they do not have the talent on the offensive line. They got talent in the skill positions, all other except for the running back position. They can use a running back, but they don't. But I can see them struggling, how they're struggling right now. But to your point about the Chiefs, all right, when everybody was threatening on counting out the Chiefs, I didn't. And simply because that team, not just the offense, not just Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and all those guys, but even the defense, that team is so talented that they could turn it around. And I was expecting them to do what they did. You can go back to some shows when they were struggling. I forget which episode it was. I told you that I am not worried about Kansas City. Kansas City was going to get it together simply because they got enough talent to turn it around. They know how to win. They know how to get this thing together because they've been there. You're right. They haven't been there to the point of how they were struggling. They never done that under Patrick Mahomes era. But just winning and knowing how to win, this team know how to do that. So I never counted them out. I never worried about Kansas City. I never worried about them because that team is just too talented. And I knew they were going to figure it out. And Mike Holmgren is that dude as head coach. So it was just a matter of time before they figured it out. And all they need was one good win to get that ball rolling. And they got it. And they've been rolling ever since. That's one team that I never worried about. Never.
To me, it wasn't I wouldn't say I was worried. I just really wanted to see how they would respond. And they did it with, man, it's almost unprecedented because they went from to dominant again. And
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
they're
that team to be feared. They are that team again. Which in my book, they were always that team. Hey, highlight what Ant said. What you think about it?
I mean, it's all right, but I'm not that.
To me,
it's okay. It was last year.
Right. To me, yes. To me, they got the takeaways, and yes, they are running the fire to the ball. Your boy running the fire at the ball, Thomas or whatever his name. He's running the fire at the ball. But I think if they win, they will clinch. I think if they win this, no, that's the Titans. If they win, they'll clinch the AFC South. But I'm seeing a lot of they're not any better than they were last year to me. Honestly, I mean
it's on the same. It's on the same plane.
Yeah,
they
right.
You know, is that I think if they kept Phillip Rivers, if he came back, they'd be in a better position because now they actually have a run game. They didn't have a really good run game last year, but now they got a run game to be scared of.
A stud.
So,
and Wright reached out to Phillip Rivers also since Wentz is in COVID protocol. He ain't answered the phone.
I think he'll be back though.
Yeah, he ain't answered the phone.
Huh? Who ain't answered the phone?
I'm talking about Phillip Rivers. He ain't answered the phone when he reached out to him.
Oh no, he's like, no, I got too much to take care of. Wentz hold up. No, he won't. And I'm not talking about his health. I'm talking about his play. Now, that being said, those are the teams that most surprisingly, who is your most disappointing team? Oh man, like seriously? As I look at it, I'm not going to because I expected that out of them.
Who that? Call it out. Just call it out. I want to hear what you. Okay, all right. Okay.
I didn't expect the Steelers to be anywhere close to what they were before. So right. I'm not a, now the Browns, I'm not really disappointed. Like it's just like, it's kind of like what you do. Like you show greatness and then you show crap and then you got no crap and not enough greatness. So I'm not really all that you know what I'm saying? I'm not all that disappointed by it. It's just what you are, it's just what you do. Man, let me look at the NFC because that's a good question.
At this present moment, while you're looking, can I give mine? It's easy to point at the Browns. If you had asked me 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, a month ago, who is my most disappointing team, I would have said the Browns, simply because the talent that they have defensively, and we know the talent that they have offensively with Chubbs and Landry and all the kind of cats, whatever. And people wanted to look at Odell and try to kind of put him as an issue that they win whenever he's not playing and all this, that, and third. Now, Odell is not there, but they're still performing the way they're performing. It was easy to say that they're the most disappointing team. To me, right now, at this moment, the Arizona Cardinals. I know that they still holding a playoff spot. I know this, or whatever the case may be, but the Arizona Cardinals are fool's gold. They started off on fire. Hey, watch your tone with San Francisco, man. But I know they on fire. I know that they were on fire. But hey, Riley, while I'm going through this, I want you to drop a quick tidbit on why you think San Francisco is one of the most disappointing to you. I really would like to know. I'd like to, compare my notes to yours. But The Arizona Cardinals are holding the number 5 spot right now, but they are on a 3-game losing streak right now. They lost their third one in a row, and they're going up against the Cowboys this weekend, which could very well be before. People were at the beginning of the season, and in the first 5, 6, 7 through week 7 and 8, people was crowning them as the NFC champs because everything was easy. Kyler Murray was balling out of his mind. The defense was balling. They was running the ball with Connor, and man, they were playing at the top of their game, and then they just fell off. Even when Kyler Murray was out, they found a way to pull off games that they very well should have lost. But Kyler Murray came back. Oh, I know D Hop is out. I understand that.
But they still got AJ Green.
They still got AJ Green. Right. But check this out. Ever since Kyler Murray been back, look at how many games they won.
But they did this too with their team. Ever since Kyler Murray been, they done figured out.
That's my deal as them being my most disappointed team because I know they don't have D-Hop. I'm gonna say that once again. I know they don't. But this team goes as Kyler Murray goes. And he's a big disappointment. And this team has poo-pooed.
Now, I'll give you one that may be a surprise. And everybody gonna be like, oh, I know the true fans, them fans over there gonna be like Cowboy fans. Oh, they give me all excuses. Oh, they ain't got their starting running back. Oh, they hurt. They this, they that. Their quarterback been hurt. They this, they that. But the Ravens kind of let me down. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Baltimore kind of let me down.
Stop. I'm gonna ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. They lost both of their primary running backs.
Mm-hmm.
And their quarterback is beat up and haven't been playing. And even when he was playing, I know he ain't been playing at the top of his game, but he's beat up, man. So why?
That right there is what you just did.
I should have closed my mouth because I like Baltimore.
I like Baltimore, but that don't mean I like a lot of stuff.
Preach, y'all. Preach, Trey. Preach, Larry. Preach.
Okay, you can say injury, but let me tell you what wasn't an injury. And their coach had them. They shouldn't even be in the position that they are in. Their coach had them going up with all the momentum in that game. I forget the game where they played. They go for 2 to win the game when they could have tied it and either won the game. They didn't want to get at them. They played Green Bay, Riley. They played Green Bay. And they didn't want to, they were scared. They were so scared. They were so scared of your boy Rodgers. They wanted to go for 2 instead of let the defense go out there and play with it. Which the defense had them under control in their last quarter.
That's why I say that the defense did get them back into the game.
Into that game.
The defense was the reason.
And that quarterback, Huntley, did his thing. But when you put him in that, when that coach put them in that position, he took something out of them that shouldn't have been taken from them. And that wasn't fair. I'd rather that team go out there and lose by somebody being great than lose by being scared of somebody being great. If that makes sense. But that coach has made some I understand that you feel like you're an underdog or you're in a bad position with injuries and whatnot, and then you say COVID, but every team will deal with COVID, so you can take that all out the back. So it just seems like they don't have it all together, even with everything that's going on. And you said even when he was playing, he looked like, and I dare say it, I can't say it now because it would make
average.
Sense because
I'm gonna say average. He looked average.
I ain't gonna say average. He looked Baker Mayfield-ish. Like one game, he
blasphemy. Let me tell you something.
One game, he's great. One game, he is great. Man, he got to set records. He's running over everybody. He's skipping skipping the pass on folks and running. Then that game, he can't find an open receiver. He can't figure out who to get the ball to. He handed the ball to the wrong person. They having issues in the backfield. Those things are what makes me that disappoint me a little bit, because those things cause you wins. And
yes, that's true. But there's only so much at the end of the day. There is still so much that he can do by himself, dude. He's carrying that. Look, dude, he's carrying.
I don't have no problem with that. That's my biggest disappointment. I hear everything you're saying. But at the end of the day, that's still going to be my biggest disappointment. Out of all the excuses that come up, that's my biggest disappointment. Regardless,
now, I'm going back.
It's still a disappointment. They see it as a disappointing season to me at this point. They shouldn't be in that.
What up, Ro? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Roy. Ro, pass. Now look, I'm going back to what Riley said. He said, San Francisco. Now, Riley, I'm gonna be honest with you. The same reasons that you said the Ravens are not moving is partially the reason why San Francisco is not progressing the way they are, other than Jimmy G's brain farts behind the center. Dude, they're injured in the defensive backfield. Bad. They're getting smoked outside. They're getting smoked. So that right there that hurts them a little bit, man, because they giving up so many. Majority of the games they gave up this year they were up, and then their defensive backs just been, not up to par, dude. You playing with second and third and fourth string and getting people out the grocery stores and asking, hey, can you play DB? Yeah, here's your jersey. Get out there. So I'm just saying. What decision with quarterback look like? Oh, I missed it. The Ravens without their players. Injuries happen in all teams, but the Ravens have been destroyed. I'm gonna let you have it, dog. Okay, Trey. You hold on to that question, Trey. Hold on to that. That's a good question.
Everybody got to play football. Regardless of what happens, you still got to go out there and work with what you got. And if it ain't what you got to game plan that thing to make a difference. And if you can't do that with what you got, even if the talent level ain't that great, you still, it's just gonna be harder. But my biggest thing with the Ravens, they don't look like a team like the team they looked like last year.
But the Raiders have been through. So you said the Raiders? You said the Raiders, right?
Ravens.
Oh, but you said the Raiders, but okay, go ahead.
So you're not gonna look like you did, but I think the attitude with them is different than it was last year too. And it seems like their confidence is not even there as a team, because it's kind of like they're scrapping and then they get slapped down and it's just like, well, we can't do no better. We tried, and then that's it. Like you see Lamar over there on the sideline smiling when they get beat, even though he in street clothes. And a lot of people ain't saying anything about it. I'm like, bro, why are you smiling? Like, why are you over there chilling like this on vent?
No, hold up, now, right? You can't go there because the camera is not on him 24/7 while he's on that sideline. All they catch is moments. No, I'm not gonna say. I can't go with that. I cannot go with that because we know anybody can be getting their butt kicked and somebody, say something or whatnot, and somebody crack a smile or somebody crack a joke or whatever on the sideline, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Just because somebody caught a moment of him smiling on the sideline don't mean that he do not. I guess he's describing it like he don't care and he's not invested. What up, D?
The mirror is not that of somebody that's like they all in. I mean, it just don't seem like it. I mean,
are you serious?
Just pay attention to
it. No, I do pay attention. You mean to tell me this dude?
You don't see a difference in their character? Tell me that. Do you see a difference in their character?
You talking about the entire Ravens roster? Dude. Yes, because their starters are out. Yes, that's why.
Outside of that, dude, San Francisco starter was out, but their character never changed. character was always fight, scrap. And you know I'm telling you the truth.
Man, them dudes ain't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in my feelings. I wouldn't use San Francisco right now because I'm in my feelings by the way they pissed away another game last Thursday night. So I can't use them right now. I can't get past them. I'm too emotionally involved.
Go back before that. When they was fighting, scrapping with all these injuries and COVID tests and everything else in the middle of the season. And San Francisco was fighting nail tooth, and they were still trying to win every game regardless. Like, their attitude based up against Baltimore's attitude is on a different level. And you know that.
I just can't go with you there. I can't.
That's all I'm pointing out. Their attitude is not that of a scrapper, a fighter at the end of the game.
Will somebody please go get Barrington Fort? It's two people on here that's in the same house with Barrington Fort. Will somebody please go get him so I can get him? You know what? Better yet, I want to get him on the show because I want to know if he see what you see. Please, Trey, Danielle, go get your husband, get your brother-in-law Trey, get him up. Tell him to come to the screen. We're gonna have him on the show. I want to know. He's calling right now. He's calling. Hey, what up, B?
Hey, man.
Look here. All right. We got Barrington Fort. Have you been watching? Have you been watching what we've been seeing? All right. I want to know. My question to you is, because I don't see it. I really don't. But I want to, as a fan, and you pay attention to your team. Do you see what Rodney see in your team as far as the attitude?
Without question, but you can't tell me that almost 22, 23 guys missing that are starters and like impact players don't make a difference. One or two missing, yeah, we probably still can win a lot of games or win more than what we already have. But dude, there's too many people missing, you know.
But that's my point.
Right. I mean, like, you can't say that they let you down when, I mean, COVID and injury killed them.
But Rodney is questioning their fight, their effort.
No, dude, honestly, what? Almost won in Chicago, then almost won last week in overtime, wasn't it? He had two games back to back where they went for two and he lost.
Well, I'm here. I'm listening.
It came down to the last play with us. You can't say they didn't fight yesterday. It came down to the last play.
Well,
your entire thing there, like, okay, Tony Jefferson just got fired, right? He
Right.
signed on Monday and he played on Sunday.
Right.
And in that game, the most seasoned corner that we had outside of Jefferson, who's been there before, was Avery, who's been Achilles heel in our secondary all season. Like, it's no experience in the back end. You know, up front, you're going to do so much to box when everybody's throwing the ball like crazy because they know we can't defend it. And offensively, you're down to what, third string quarterback now? Because Hutchinson couldn't play either.
Third quarterback, third running back, fourth running back. They went and dug up players that was out in free agency.
Right.
That's my point.
And you still got to give us credit because look at the production Devontae Freeman gave. Everybody thought he was, washed up when we signed him. Like, oh, he ain't gonna do that. I would say if they weren't playing hard, our record would look a lot worse right now. So for us to be like 8-7 with everything that's going on and still potentially got a playoff spot coming, depending on who loses, if we can try to win a couple games. Hey.
All right. Well, I just wanted to get your point on that. So I'm gonna allow Rodney to respond to what you had to say.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll move on. But
I'm watching, so he can go ahead.
All right, man. Hold it down. Thank you. All right, your response.
I can take all of that. I hear everything that he's saying. But at the end of the day, I'm still now. You see what D. Greg put on the screen? You see that?
Yeah.
It's more to it than what we can call out of what we see. That team, attitude-wise, just don't look right to me. And I understand. They lost a lot of players. They lost this. They got COVID. they got a third string quarterback. They ain't the only team that had a third string quarterback. But the attitude.
Rodney, come on now, Rodney. You can't compare other teams to the Baltimore Ravens team, dude.
Listen to what I'm telling you.
Okay.
When I say I see attitude, you say they got this happening, they got that happening, they got this happening. I understand that. But at the end of the day, I just don't see the same attitude that I would like to see, that I have seen from their team. Regardless of what's going on, I don't still think that's it's not prevalent enough for me. You see what I'm saying? Like I just don't.
I'm here. I'm listening up.
I just saw what he was saying about the attitude. I mean, like I don't see what he seems like. If they coming out and they still playing football game down to the wire, you would think their attitude is a fighting attitude. Like they playing it down to the wire. They playing as hard as they can with what they got. So I don't have to disagree with them on that. But I mean,
I don't mind somebody saying you wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But what I see and interpret and what you see and interpret could be two different things that end up being the same or end up being different. That's the beauty of what we're doing right now. I say I see something different. You say you see something different.
Right.
That's all good. I can deal with that. But we can't beat a dead horse. We can't keep going back and forth over and over the same thing because we'll never get nowhere.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I am not impressed with Baltimore in the position that they're in standing wise. And I do think something is going on in their ranks, in their leadership, in their coaching. I do believe that. So
I'm just saying you're wrong, Rodney. You're wrong.
Man, look, we had oh God, it's hot. We had
I mean, you got on long sleeves, man. You got on long sleeves, man. But
if I take them off, Ray, I'm gonna start freezing.
Hey, but you need to sweat out what you got going on anyway. But go ahead.
I got that. That's why I could do long sleeves on. But if I take it off, I'm gonna freeze.
Cat aid.
Hey man, Trey asked a question a while back.
Trey asked a question. Who you got? Winning the MVP? But me personally, right now I got Aaron Rodgers by default because everybody else is crumbling around here. Honestly, I can't see nobody else but Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady, I mean, okay, yeah, but it's one of the two, man.
Let me tell you something. It's Tom Brady, it's Aaron Rodgers, and then it's everybody else. All right, Tom Brady has been exposed, and the Saints did that. The Saints showed you how to beat Tom Brady. Now everybody can have the DBs and the defense that the Saints got that play Tom Brady, but they showed you how to beat and nag and get in his face with Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers, you say by default, I say Aaron Rodgers, like you always say, he just a dude. Jonathan Taylor, I could deal with Jonathan Taylor being MVP in the conversation, but the MVP race is going to come down to who's going to mean the most to their team in the playoffs. And I don't think Jonathan Taylor is going to mean it.
It's going to be the John Wick lookalike. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm just saying. Jonathan Taylor, I am really enjoying watching Taylor run the ball. I am. But I would say this, Jonathan Taylor will be an afterthought if Derrick Henry was still playing.
You know what? That makes a whole lot of sense. Because even though when Henry got hurt, he still in the league in rushing for like 4 weeks after that. Just think about it. Now look, Ryder said Aaron Rodgers should, not being biased, but he's been busting head and making a shift offensive line. went in and beat Arizona with no receiver, but everybody beat Arizona, so I can't be.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Arizona lost to the Carolina Panthers. Arizona lost to who else? Yeah, I really can't use the Arizona Cardinals right now as a qualifiable win.
This is the thing. Aaron Rodgers is just that dude. He playing with a swagger and an attitude and a know-how to go out there and get it done. And the thing about it,
and he's getting it done.
The thing though, it doesn't even look spectacular. It looks like another day at work. He go out there and he just make the play, and then he one time, and then that's it.
And not to mention, Green Bay's defense is not all that great. Anybody can run the ball straight down their throats. So that further, hey, what up, Honey Nut Cheerio? But that further, put the feather in Aaron Rodgers' hat as, the leading MVP because, dude, his defense is playing suspect right now.
Yep, that's what happened. But his defense keeping just enough so that he can win the game. Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, we.
God, dog, it's been an hour.
Yeah, well, that's what it's been an hour. We've been talking.
The Packers. Hey, Miss Greg, the Packers won't even make it to the bowl. That's my bold prediction. Write it down. The Packers will not make it to the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, we can get into that next year. How about that? Now the time got away from us for real. But I enjoy the banter, the back and forth, and y'all's participation. But now, I want y'all to keep this on y'all list because next time we do a show, we're gonna talk about quarterbacks that can go to teams and make an immediate difference next year. And we kind of talked about it a little bit the other night. It got away from us today, but we're gonna talk about it. So y'all keep that on your head, and I need y'all to be in there with it. I need you to do a quick pick 'em for a couple games this week.
Okay, I do the championship semifinal.
Huh?
What was that?
The wrong button.
Okay, it don't matter. I got you. You ain't even got to press the button. Undefeated, never lost. You got Alabama and Cincinnati. Alabama, keep on moving. We got Michigan and we got Georgia. We saw what Alabama did to Georgia. Humbled them. They humbled them. But I'm going to tell you, though, that's a hard game for me to pick simply because since Georgia found out that they're mortal and Michigan found out that they can play physical ball, because Michigan does play physical football, and we're going to see how much the Georgia Bulldogs can take of that physicality. Physicality. Say the word for me, right? Say the word for me. Physicality.
Physicality.
And whatever. Let's see if they can take a punch in the jaw. But man, dude. I'm going with Michigan. And we will see Michigan and Alabama in the national championship.
Hold that, D. Because we need to talk about this next year. Next year. We're going to talk about that for real.
All right. Hold that, Trey. Because we're going to talk about that too.
I don't think so, Trey. I think we'll see. I think Georgia will win, though.
It's going to be a good game. Hey, I'm undefeated. I ain't never lost. I said Michigan going to win.
Yeah. Oh, God. Look, man. Let's get out of here, though. Y'all be good. We appreciate y'all coming in, doing the thing, and the back and forth. But I'm like Ray. ain't never lost.
Marcus made this.
Man,
Rack 'em.
I hope you guys had a happy Merry Thanksgiving. Hold on. Come on, talk, y'all.
Sure, they're done for today, but we'll see you next time on the R&R Show.
I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. All that kind of good stuff. But man, let's bring this new year in right. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Thank y'all once again for bringing in, coming rocking with us 2021, and we're gonna hit 2022 in the mouth. Love you guys.
Yup. Y'all be good. And y'all pray for me. I hope tomorrow my test come back negative. So, we'll holler at y'all. Peace out. And I can't say no high about it. I ain't got the end of it. And Ray,
Blue.
hey, y'all be good though. Happy New Year, and we'll see y'all next year. Peace out.